So you've seen the trailer, you know the one, and now you're super hyped for that sweet, sweet Warhammer 3 action. You want to taste, you want to feel those battles, you want to know what you're in for, and so you come here. Well, friends, I've played the battle demo, I've interviewed the developers, and I've got questions. I actually still have a lot of questions. I know what you're thinking, but Cody, because you got to play the game, how you still got questions? Well, you know how when you get in a group call with more than 8 people and everyone starts like talking over each other, and then you add on a 5-second delay because it's super long distance, and then the 2 other interviewers constantly cockblock you because it's a shared 30-minute interview, and even then the devs are only allowed to talk about this exact battle? Yeah, that's how. Also, they started without me.
Sorry, guys, just to interject for 2 seconds. We've had Cody Bonds join us just so we can remember to pass the questions around.
Who is everyone in this room? Because I was late. I apologize. And what do you do? But it's cool, man. We're going to make this infinite awkwardness work for us. We're going to double down on it because you are here for the battle demo. So let's jump right into it. Oh, we can't jump right in. We're gonna dial in via our super secret high-speed internet connection and remotely connect because nothing ever goes wrong with that. And then someone at CA thought, hey man, you know what would be funny? Let's put this guy in with Heir of Carthage, Indie Pride, and Legend of Frickin' Total War. That's right. They stuck the guy who makes penis jokes for a living in with the guys responsible for 90% of all Total War streaming traffic. Oh man, like, who made that decision? A smart man would have kept his mouth shut at this point and like just done his best not to embarrass himself. But you know me, like, that's not gonna happen.
Hey, how are you guys doing tonight? You guys having fun? Enjoying the battle so far?
It's almost like they were professionals doing a job and were too busy to talk to my dumbass. And by the way, if there's constant pinging noises in their videos, that's my fault. And I'm sorry. Like, legitimately, I didn't realize that the people that were recording this didn't know to turn off Discord notifications. All of our footage has this crap in it. Sorry. But now it's time to load into the demo. I was greeted by a Jackson Pollock painting of muddy pixels that I was assured was Total War Warhammer 3. But then the connection smoothed out, and I found out that was a lie. I was playing a tower defense game with some light MOBA elements in it. Like, I had been lied to. I mean, it looks like Total War, but it doesn't play like Total War. Like, you feel me? But it had winged hussars in it, so I was like, you know what? That's legit. I'm gonna give this a try anyway, because like I'm down with that. I'm down with some Polish cavalry. To play it, I took control of a mid to late game army led by Elsa from Frozen and captured the first settlement flag. This unlocked the ability to recruit new units from a limited pool and build towers and defensive structures ripped from the historic Total War games. Then you fight back waves of enemy that teleport in straight out of Avengers Endgame, and Doctor Strange brings them in, but they got like no HP, and so you just like fight them all back. And then spent another 5 minutes chasing around Chaos Hounds whose AI would rather nip and nom at the heels of an elite cavalry than actually attack the objective. With that first wave done, I had to wonder, how exactly is this fight going to work in a multiplayer campaign setting, you know, with all its scripted events? Luckily, Party Elite asked the same question.
In terms of a co-op campaign or a...
Wait, I'm sorry, what the hell is this? Did the Creative Assembly, the largest gaming company in the United Kingdom, really not record any video for these interviews? You know, I think someone here is a slow learner. The last time they did this, I had to improvise. And clearly, we're gonna have to improvise here too.
How do these battles play out if the opponent wants to take control or plays as the other faction, the demons? What does it look like on their end? How are they controlling things?
So, we have the ability to play these battles cooperatively. So, we're still working on, you know, the exact way that's going to feed into the campaign. Basically we'll solve that over the next few months.
That means they don't know. This game is only a few months from release, and they just don't know. Since that first wave was cleared, I could now upgrade my units. They had tiers. These upgrades gave you, things of increasing value. I mean, it's temporary buffs that won't last outside of the battle. You all know how stat upgrades work. I don't really need to spend a lot of time going over this, I don't think. I mean, you're all here for kick-ass new units and pointless commentary, so let's just move it along. The first fight took 10 minutes to beat, and that's just tier 1. The whole battle took 45 minutes of rinse and repeat. It was long, so freaking long. I know you're thinking 45 minutes. Great Book of Grudges did it in like 32 minutes. This guy Bonds is trash at this game. Hey, but guess what? Did anyone lose that battle?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. Take that, unaffiliated press people who don't regularly play this game. The next 2 gates that you had to go through required you to rinse and repeat the exact same mechanics from the previous fight, except this time it unlocks even more sweet new units. And then you can advance through another second gate and do the exact same thing again, except this time they throw a boss at you as well. And I mean, man, that guy looks like a boss. Look at this guy. Friggin' Diablo up there. Cripes. He looks wicked, man. It's like something off a Meatloaf album cover. And he flies. And wait, is he going to land? Oh, he's going to land. No, he's not going to land, man. That'd be cool. Oh, he wouldn't do that. He is. He's landing. He's going to do it. He sticks the landing. Malagor, hold on, buddy. There's hope for you yet. Just hang in there, buddy. Daddy loves you. You're going to be able to fly one day, just like that, I swear, buddy. The Beastmen will get their day too. But that isn't all, folks. Look at these sweet new units, baby. I mean, look at these guys. They've got damn axe guns. That's a polar bear pulling a freaking mortar. That bear is mortar, in the sense that it's ice holding together stone and rock, implying a double use of the word. And by the way, 5-year-olds freaking love this bear. I could not get my kid to make me stop clicking on the bear. I mean, this dude's just a regular hero guy, but I mean, he's also on a bear. And these guys, they all ride bears. You know what's every bit as awesome as you think it would be? Charging into a mass of guys with bear cavalry. You know what? This unit design, this art design is awesome. You know what? I mean, this is pretty limited. I mean, are there other units out there? Is there more to see? Let's ask the devs. I can do that. Let's ask the devs.
Have we seen all of the roster for
Yes.
Khorne and Kislev?
We decided that we would show you a kind of a vertical slice through Kislev and a slightly more limited view of the Khorne units, but there's certainly some really cool stuff that we've yet to lift the lid on.
And I'll admit, I spent so much time looking at units, I forgot I had to fight, and damn it, nearly lost this battle. But then I realized, even if your lord dies, you can just revive them again by paying money for it, which really just makes this thing entirely trivial. All these upgrades and units are purchased with supplies currency, which you can see at the top middle of the screen. And it ticks up passively so fast, and you get even more by killing people, and I never even thought about how much I had once during the entire fight, and always had more than enough to buy whatever my greedy little heart desired. And you know what? My heart is feeling greedy here. I want more. I need more. And you know what? I want so much, I want to ask about Cathay. I mean, can the devs talk about Cathay?
You guys mentioned about Grand Cathay. I'm personally very interested in their rosters. Do we have a relative time frame of when we might get to see that?
I'll let the guys take over, but yeah, that won't be happening.
I know it doesn't help at all, but there is some super cool stuff from Cathay
Right.
to come. So when that
That's
does
what
come...
Well, there's a unit I'm looking at on screen now, but it's one of those ones that we're going to have to get into later on in the campaign.
What a tease.
It's one that is very, very exciting. Yeah.
No, they can't. No, that was pointless. That was absolutely a pointless question. I mean, I guess I should show you the end of the battle. I mean, look at this. All this fighting and ramming, and my lord, that is messy. I mean, look, it's just huge blobs moving around with absolutely zero strategy. But man, I was pumped. It was fun. It was interesting. It was beautiful. I mean, look at this. It is pretty. I needed to talk to other people about what I just played. Hey, Air, Indy, Legend.
Oh, man, I just got done my first battle. That was a lot of fun, man. What'd you guys think?
Yeah, they never said a word to me, by the way. I'm totally not bitter. Because you know what? They were already through their second game, and Legend was weaving an unholy spell of technomancy blessed to him by the gods of cheese, summoning forth perfect battle lines, and almost a bored level of antipathy and disdain that made the developers weep. It was honestly glorious, like watching a whale give birth, or a drunk bowfin jumping from the roof of his house into a pool despite everyone pleading with him to come down because there was nothing left to prove. But you know what they can't do? They can't weave a story. They can't bring that lore to you. They can't bring the jokes. And you know what? Looking at these new units, I'm not honestly sure I can either, because most of these guys have like zero lore behind them, and most of them are entirely new creations for this game. And you know what? That's another question. I can ask the devs that.
What's being worked in the background as far as creating new lore for the characters or giving them full backstories?
So the characters that are there, we are not creating any backstory for them at all. Games Workshop have done that work for us. They are there fully present in the documentation they've sent us, exactly as you would see for one of the more established factions.
I mean, these are the same people that wrote the end times, but I mean, maybe they'll get it right this time. But I mean, look, ignore all that. Look at these pretty units. Holy crap, they look gorgeous, don't they? Man, look at that shiny, like, colorful color palette, like, coming at you with the reds. Man, there's so much red because it's Khorne, and he's all about the blood. And you know what? There's probably going to be another Blood for the Blood God DLC, isn't there? Which, I mean, that brings out the most obvious question in the world.
I've got a very important question. Everybody is thinking it, nobody is asking it. Will there be a Slaanesh equivalent of the Blood for the Blood God DLC? And if so, what might it be called?
Wow. I don't even know the answer to that question, but I mean, I mentioned.
God.
That's right, Party Elite. I got your back. I know where you're coming from right now. We all want to see them big jumpy titties, but they can't say that on an interview. I get it. But if we can't get the titties, what can we get?
We've got this new GPU grass generation, but the grass is beautiful. I want to take off my shoes and socks and just run around barefoot on it.
He just told us about shit that isn't in this battle. Man, this is a world exclusive, y'all. We got talking about grass up in this. Nobody else has got this information. Now, we can't see the grass. It's a promise of grass, but you know I'm going to be checking out that grass. I put my face down into rubbing into it the moment they get this. But I mean, it's cool though, y'all. Man, I had 3 hours to play, and then I had 30 minutes to talk about whatever I could get myself in. But you know what? Let's ask one last question. Come on, I got this.
Right. So, do you guys want to like have us go back and forth and like give opinions or ask like really deep stuff? Like, what are you guys wanting from this? I mean, you're developers here. Like, what chances have you guys gotten to talk to people?
I can talk about that one thing that I keep banging on about.
Is it something you're not allowed to talk about again, James?
No,
You're looking
no.
at on your screen.
Look for an actual in-depth critical analysis of this battle and its implications to drop on this channel shortly. Or if you just want to watch the battle without, somebody blabbing the whole way through it, I got you covered on that too.